Yo guys, what is up? It is CJ or Sorable bringing this video on my channel once again. Now in today's Krunker video, we're going to be talking about some survival leaks and the fact that it might be coming out soon. We're going to be going over all of the information we know so far, and we're going to go over the new leaks and talk about what I think about it. I want to give a huge shout out to Slick. He is actually the person who supplied me with all of these leaks. And then I want to give another huge shout out to Hey I'm Zed, because a lot of the information I'm about to talk about was exclusively leaked on his YouTube channel. So the only place that information was his YouTube channel. But before we get into the video, if you guys are new to this channel and like to see, make sure you guys drop a like and also subscribe for more Krunker content like this. I'm be uploading a ton of survival content when that first comes out, so if you guys want to see it here first, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on post notifications and never miss a video from your boy. And then finally, if you guys will be buying Krunkies from the Krunker item shop, please use creator code Sorable. It's the best way to support the channel. Let's hop right into survival. So survival, what do we know so far? Well, we know it's going to be a survival game mode, which sounds stupid, but give me a second. But the basis of this game mode is to literally survive. There's numerous things that can kill you, such as far as players, health, food, water, etc. You start out with absolutely nothing, and I'm even talking about clothes. You have no clothes, at least we're assuming. And you have to go throughout the world, try to find clothing, materials, food, water, and etc. while trying to survive from other players as well. The goal of this game mode is to see how long you can survive against other players inside of the elements. So pretty much just try to make the best structure that you can and survive for as long as you can, while, like I said, trying to survive against the elements, players, etc. To put it simply, survival game mode is going to be very similar to Rust. Now personally, I have never played Rust, and I know I'm going to get absolutely roasted for that, but I never had a computer whenever Rust came out in its heyday. I've yet to play it so far, so if I'm talking oddly about it, it's just because I've never played it before and I'm so sorry. But yeah, survival is very similar to Rust. So if you like Rust, you're going to love survival. So let's go ahead and go over the leaks in Zed's video, and then afterwards we'll go over the brand new leaks. Like I just said, all of this content is going to be from Zed's YouTube video that was exclusively leaked to him by Sid. So like I said, please go support him. This is from his channel. So as you can see in the first screenshot, there's somebody sitting there with a sniper in pretty much a completely open wooded area. Now this is just to show off the terrain and how big the world is going to be. There will be different biomes like the jungle, the woods, snow, desert, etc. It's kind of cool to see something like this since we haven't seen anything like this so far in Krunker. It is so big and open. And in the next screenshot, we have the UI for Krunker Survival. And as you guys can see in the middle of the screen, there is a few hotkeys for different items. First, we have C, which looks like a hammer or something to build with. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever you would like to make it. If you guys did not know, you will actually be able to build your own structures to survive in Krunker Survival. That's why C shows a hammer, because you can actually build stuff, craft stuff, etc. We'll get more into that later. And then in the bottom right of this screenshot, you see health, water, and food. That's what the HWF stands for. However, I think Sid said he's thinking about mixing food and water together, so it would just be its own thing, probably like stamina or something like that. But it's really cool to see our first official screenshot of what Krunker Survival UI will look like. And honestly, from this screenshot, it looks very clean. And then finally, we have the character preview screen. Now, as you guys can see, this is kind of like an inventory menu. It shows your character preview, it shows your equipment, it shows your hotbar, it shows your backpack. It's supposed to say backpack, but Sid put backpack. Unless it's supposed to say backpack, then I guess it says backpack. Then we also have a craft combiner, which I'm assuming is stuff that you can craft together. And you also have an output from, I'm assuming, the stuff that you craft together. Now, this is actually a very simple, nice looking inventory screen. I think this is important to mention. Zed actually mentioned to Sid that he should make this transparent. And I'll show a picture of what that looks like on screen right now. And it's just so you're not at a tactical disadvantage because the screen is not see-through. Someone could be right in front of you and you wouldn't know it. But if it was transparent, you could see right through it and be able to do something about it. And that is all of the information from Zed's video. Like I said, it'll be in the description down below if you guys want to go support him. And then finally, let's get right into the brand new leaks. Now, these were leaked from inside of the game files. So they are inside of the game files, which means I think they're coming out with this relatively soon. I don't know if it's within the year or maybe even next year, but the fact they're adding these files into the game makes me think that it's coming relatively soon, or they're preparing to start working on it. So the first leak, we have this class icon. As you guys can see, this looks like no class I've ever seen before. From what we could tell, it looks like he's missing a little bit of hair and his clothes are a little bit raggedy. Now, this was found inside the files that contain all of the class icons in game, which means this is going to be a survival class, unless it's something else for some reason. I think this is the survival class, which is really interesting because, like I said, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to spawn without any clothes so we can find clothes later, but maybe this is just a general depiction of what the class is going to look like later in the game. But I think it's very interesting that there's a survival class, unless this is just a placeholder just for a basic picture inside of survival. But like I said, this is just a bunch of leaks, so this might be a little bit off, but this was found inside of the class icons in game, which means it should be a survival survival class. Like I said, it might just be a placeholder for something inside of survival. Moving on to the next leak, this was found inside the weapon files. And before you say it, it's not a melee skin. This is an actual weapon found inside of Krunker. And if we take a closer look at it, as you guys can see, it is pretty much just blueprints for a building. It says Krunk in the top left, says floor plans in the bottom right, and it shows some sketches for a building. This is going back to, like I said before, you can actually build your own structures inside of survival to survive. Now, the fact that this is a weapon and not a melee skin is very, very interesting. Now, I doubt this is actually going to be a weapon inside of survival. However, it's probably just a placeholder. It's probably that thing that you saw in the UI that said build. And then here's another clear picture of it. It is clearly floor plans for some type of structure. Oh yeah, and for some reason there was a lightsaber also found inside the game files, and there's even an icon for it, which is actually really weird, especially since the icon for it is the lightsaber without the saber coming out of it, which almost makes me think that you can activate the lightsaber whenever you like. Now, this was added to the game files the same time as all the survival stuff was, but if I had to guess, this is just a fancy contraband knife for multiplayer. But that is all of the leaks so far for survival. This is actually the first video I've made talking about survival. I'm very excited about survival, and I'm very excited to make content for you guys on survival, and if I had to guess, it's probably coming out any day now. And by any day now, I mean maybe like a month or two. What you guys have to realize is that this is going to be absolutely huge. There's going to be official survival servers on Krunker. It's not going to be like in the player list where you're just clicking on different maps. There's going to be a specific survival server with tons and tons of people inside each server, all trying to survive and stuff like that. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the player base splits. I wonder if it'll be half PvP, half survival, or I wonder if survival will be really cool the first month or two and then kind of slow down. I guess we will just have to see. Survival could potentially bring a ton of new people to Krunker. It really just depends on how good they make survival. If it's super in-depth, fun, engaging, I think it'll do amazing. I guess we'll just have to see. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys drop a like, a comment, and also subscribe for more Krunker content like this. Sorry if some parts of this video did not make any sense. Like I said, I really don't know much what I'm talking about since I'm not super familiar with the whole survival type games, but I'm trying my best, okay? One last time, I just want to say I got a ton of information from Slick, and then the earlier leaks in this video were from Hey I'm Zed's YouTube video. That's originally why I never made this video, is because Zed got those exclusive leaks from Sid, and I would have felt really weird, especially 4 months ago, taking that and making my own video out of it. And then I also am just not very familiar with this whole genre. I never played Rust, I've never played DayZ, I've never played anything like that. But let me know in the comments down below if you guys are excited for survival. I hope this video made sense, and I think that about does it for the leaks. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and as always, it's been your boy, CJ or Sorable. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.